There is a simple offer that you can make to small businesses where they will pay you $500 per month, and really nobody is offering this service. This opportunity exists for one main, big, simple reason, and that is because small businesses cannot answer every phone call that they get. Crazy, right? If customers are what they need, they should be answering the phone, but unfortunately, they can't. Just think about it. If you're a plumber or a landscaper, you're going to be out working in the field. You might be at a job, you might be under a sink, fixing something, or in a sewer system, cleaning something out, and you just simply can't answer the phone. Or, heaven forbid, you're a landscaper and you're on a mower, you can't even hear the phone call. But you get the point. Some small businesses have to actually do the work, and they can't always answer the phone calls. And the problem with this is, if you're a customer and you're calling the plumber or you're calling the landscaper and you don't get an answer, what do you typically do? You're going to go and just simply call the next person that's on the list in Google Maps or whatever list you've got. You're just going to move to the next company in the list, and that customer is going to be lost forever. Let me give you a couple of interesting statistics that you can simply look up on Google. The first statistic is 60% of all inbound calls to a small business either go unanswered or they don't get responded to. So that's crazy. 60% over, I think it's 62% actually. But that many phone calls will go unanswered. Even if you leave a voicemail, you'll never get a call back from that particular small business. So that's one thing that's pretty shocking, is that number of calls are being lost to small businesses, which makes this service so much more valuable. The second statistic I want to offer you is 78% of people that call a small business, if they actually answer, will use that small business for whatever service they're calling for, period. Now just keep that in mind. That's about roughly, say, 3 out of every 4 people will use your service if you just answer the phone, period. So if you do the math on that's potentially thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars per month in revenue that businesses are just letting drift away, simply because they don't have a system or solution put in place that's able to answer inbound phone calls for them and respond and maybe even book appointments. Now that's the key to this particular service. That's why this service really sells itself. You're not promising anything to the small business. You're not promising them to get them more leads or more customers. You're just simply saying, I can help you stop losing the customers that you're already getting. That's it. That's what makes this service so just boom, mind-blowing. Because you can't even think about it as selling. It's really more like I'm helping the small business. So if I don't go and at least present this offer to a small business, they're going to continue to suffer with the problem that they had because I didn't go in and tell them that I could fix it, and they would happily pay me $500 every single month to do that. Now, the software that I use to do this is called HighLevel. It's a simple AI system that you could put in place within about an hour, and you don't have to be a software developer. You don't have to be a techie. You don't have to be a coder. As a matter of fact, if you stick around here in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you in just a few minutes how you could put a system like that in place, and we're actually going to test it live, meaning we're going to make a live phone call to this new system that we set up just so that you could see how well this is going to work for small businesses. And the critical thing about this is just super cool is that you can actually build one of these systems inside of HighLevel, and yet your prospective business owners listen to it, let them call this number, exactly what we're going to be doing, and listen to it to see how authentic it sounds, to see how well it actually picks up, answers the phone, responds to people, and even potentially book appointments if your customer wants them to. All within one simple system. And again, you don't have to be an expert. I've actually created, if you're interested in getting some more detailed information, I'm going to cover some of the basics here, but I actually have a free course in the description below that kind of goes over the whole AI system if you want to get a little bit more technical, but I'm going to cover some of the basics here on this call. So let's get on my computer, hop into the system, and let's take a quick look. Okay, so this is what HighLevel looks like. Now, HighLevel is a complete sales and marketing system. It would take me, I would say, days to go over everything inside of here, but we don't have to look at everything. We're just going to be looking at one small, simple AI system, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is to set up and work. And once you know how to do this, you can do it over and over again. Now, the great thing about this is that if you are interested in looking to get signed up, if this really interests you and you're looking to move forward and provide this service to people, I'm offering a free 30-day trial link in here. And if you sign up using my link, I'm going to give you a lot of these templates, the components, all the things I'm going to talk about here are already going to be pre-built that you can just simply copy and paste, and that would make it that much faster for you to get your customers set up. So let's hop into it and take a look here. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the AI agent, and we're going to come over to the voice AI agent. we're going to go ahead and get this set up. I'm going to start from scratch. Just like Lily, if you're going to be doing this and you want to start from scratch, this is how long it would take you to set this up. I'm literally being serious, walking you through everything. Now, you don't have to set it up yourself. If you wanted to, you could browse the marketplace. There are a lot of free voice AI agents that are already pre-built, maybe some specifically for what you're looking to do. But for this case, I'm just going to simply build a custom agent just to show you what it's like to move forward. Now here, we're going to sit back and just give an agent detail. I'm just going to go ahead and just say receptionist here. Here's the business name. Now, for this example, I'm going to set up a business called Plumbing Masters. So this is going to be a plumbing business. So I'm going to give the name Plumbing Masters. Now I could choose the language if I wanted to, and I could change a particular voice if it answers, which I'm actually going to do that. This right here is a lot of different voices that you could use. I actually like this voice, Christopher.
Chris McGuire here from Chicago.
He's got a very calm voice, so I'm actually going to use Christopher. And down here, you can actually set the greeting up. You can set the time zone, so you can literally sell this all across the US and even across the world if you wanted to. You can just set the time zone so the voice AI agent knows what time zone you're in, and it can adjust for appointments. So right now, what I want to do is I'm going to change this. This is the demo I've got set up here, so this is the wrong company. So I'm going to say Plumbing Masters. So what it's going to say is going to say, hey, you've reached Plumbing Masters. How can I help you? Hey, you've reached Plumbing Masters. I'm going to say my name is Chris. And let me fix the correction here. My name is Chris. How can I help you today? So again, what did that was like 90 seconds or something like that. So we're going to simply go to next. Here, we're going to simply be able to choose what we want, what information we want them to collect, meaning the voice AI agent. So we want them to collect the name, their email address, the address, because obviously if this is going to be a service appointment, we would want the address, and then we want the contact's issue. Why are they called? Now, one of the cool things about this is that you can actually select a knowledge base. Just think of a knowledge base as a way to pre-program or train the AI on information regarding the business that you're representing. Now, again, the cool thing, if you use the 30-day free trial link in the video description, I have all of these that I'm showing you here built out. If you just take a look, so there's one for AI, massage therapists, landscapers, plumbers, pest control, dentists, coaches, HVAC, there's a bunch of them. I'm going to use the plumber knowledge base here. So what it's going to do is going to have a whole bunch of information that's already pre-programmed. And as soon as the AI is going to read this, it's going to be able to answer any of the plumbing questions that you program in there directly. So this would be a great way that you can program everything from even a client to say, what are your frequently asked questions, and add that to this list, because obviously they get these questions every single day. So right now we're going to leave this on where an email is received. Every phone call, so that the admin, meaning the business owner, is going to get an email of the transcript and everything that happened on the phone call. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. Here, we just simply have to choose what phone number. Now, the phone number is a separate setup that you actually need. That takes about 2 minutes, maybe 3, to get set up. But I've already got a phone number here pre-programmed. Now, I'm going to turn this off because right now you can enable AI to be a backup for somebody if you wanted to, meaning if they already have a receptionist and the receptionist is busy and doesn't answer, you can have the AI actually pick up as a secondary, or you can turn this toggle switch off right here and just say make it primary, meaning every time it calls the receptionist, then you could get it, the AI is going to answer it every single time. So once we do this, we're going to simply click on save, and that's it. That is literally all that you need to do. This is the setup that you actually need to get configured. Now, I'm going to go through and do one additional step that's going to allow this voice AI agent, not necessarily just to collect information, but also to book an appointment directly. And we're going to do that on the call. So I'm going to open this back up. I'm going to go into Agent Goal, and I'm going to switch this to advanced mode. And when I go to advanced mode, I'm going to come down here to this little action button, and I'm going to say appointment booking. If you take a look here, there's a lot of things. With your transfer the calls, if you're in a business, so billing department, support the products, services, things like that, the warehouse, you could transfer it to whatever you want. If you want to do something like that, I'm going to choose appointment booking. So here, what we end up getting is we get this where we could choose a particular calendar. I've already got one here set up for Plumbing Masters appointments. But right now, this is the appointment book that we're going to be using. Now, here's just some of the options that you get. Some of the booking behavior. Do we want to collect the email address? Absolutely. But we also want to collect the phone number. And I'm just going to check all these boxes, the full name, address, and we don't need to have any notes here. But you can also specify how many time slots the AI gives them. Again, this could be good and bad, but we're going to offer days ahead. We're going to say we're going to offer today and tomorrow. But we're all going to sit back and say on each day, offer 3 separate slots. So we can say, hey, we've got something on Monday at 10, 11, and 12. Or we have something on Tuesday from 1, 2, or 5. Which one of those works better? And then the person on the phone can simply choose what appointment slot they want. And then the AI will actually book it while they're on the phone. Pretty awesome, I know. So right now, if we want to go to appointment management, now do we want to have the AI have the ability to cancel and reschedule the appointments? That would be pretty cool, right? So if you want to do that, you can. So if somebody ever calls in again, the AI can actually reschedule the appointment or even cancel it. Now keep this in mind, the people who set up the appointment will actually be able to do that themselves, but it's pretty cool. If you want to turn that on, just simply check the boxes and click save. Now let's step back for a second here. Now, overall, I've shown you how to do this. If I showed you how to do this, you should be able to walk in and do this again and again. Again, because all of this is very well documented. Right now, there's videos of how to do this, but there's nothing in here that's just so super hard of what I've done so far that would prevent anybody, even a non-technical person, from coming in and setting something like this up. Now, overall, how much did that take? That took us, I'm just going to say 5 minutes. So right now, in 5 minutes, we were able to, number one, set up a new customer, Plumbing Masters. Number two, we set up a voice AI agent to actually answer the phone calls for them 24/7. Keep that in mind. And then number three, we actually turned on appointment booking. Again, keep in mind, that statistic I gave you about 78%, that means if they can call and actually book an appointment, keep in mind, if they can't book an appointment, then that person may very well, if they're just like, hey, I'll give my name, my phone number, my email, somebody will get back to you. No, that's almost like a voicemail. So if they want to actually book an appointment, most people feel better if they know a time of when somebody's going to be able to do this so they can actually book an appointment. And that's why I think it's so important to do appointment booking here, because that right there solidifies the customer that they're going to use your service. So right now, this is what we have, and we've got this entire thing set up here. And now what we're going to do is simply sit back and make a call. So we're going to make an inbound web call here. Now I'm going to try to turn this up so we can hear this. So again, I'm calling into Plumbing Masters. I am the customer. So let's make a call and see how this works.
Hey, you have reached Plumbing Masters. My name is Chris. How can I help you today?
Hey, Chris, my name is Ray. Right now I have a plumbing problem. My sewer is backed up and I need somebody to come out and get this thing unplugged and cleaned up as soon as possible. Can you help me?
Got it, Ray. A backed up sewer sounds like a real headache. Let's get this sorted for you. I'll need to gather a few details to book an appointment for you. First, I see we have your email as ray@smb360.io. Is that still correct?
That is correct.
Perfect. Thanks for confirming. Now, could you share your address so we know where to send our team?
Sure. 123 Main Street, New York.
Thanks, Ray. Just to confirm, that's 123 Main Street, New York, New York, right?
Correct.
Great. Lastly, could you provide your phone number so we can reach you if needed?
Sure. Just use the number I'm calling in on. That works. It's my cell phone.
Got it. We'll use the number you're calling from. Let me check the soonest available appointment slots for you. One moment. All right, Ray, here are the earliest available slots. Today, May 4th at 4:30 p.m. Tomorrow, May 5th at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., or 12 p.m. Would any of these work for you?
Oh man, today at 4:30 would be great if you guys can come out and do that.
Got it, Ray. Let me lock in today, May 4th at 4:30 p.m. for you. One moment. While I confirm the booking. You're all set, Ray. We've got you booked for July, May 4th at 4:30 p.m. Our team will be at 123 Main Street, New York to take care of that sewer issue. If you need anything else, just let us know. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. See you. Now, keep this in mind. That was not 100%. I'm going to be upfront here, but for the most part, if you're calling in with a particular problem, it sounds well, it responded well, it answered the phone call, it knew what the problem was. And look, I just want to make sure you understand, it took us 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, once you actually had the system set up, to actually create that entire experience. Now, just imagine if you went to Plumbing Masters and you said, I tell you what, Plumbing Masters, I have a solution for you that's going to help you solve all the lost customers that you're losing because you can't answer the phone. Now, to show you this, if you don't mind, why don't I pull out my phone and I'm going to call this number and then put it on speaker and let you speak to your company the same way a customer would. And you walk through the same process that you just walked through right here. That customer would be blown away. They're like, I could have this work 24/7 for me, and it only costs me $500 a month. Where do I sign? Now, $500 a month, some people might be out there thinking, that's still pretty pricey. Not really. Not when it comes down to small businesses. Keep this in mind. Most plumbers, most average plumbing jobs are going to be somewhere between $200 to $500 per job. Now, we already said that 78% of the people will choose the first customer that they speak to. So that's roughly 3 out of 4 people will actually go with the business if they answer the phone and answer the question and be able to book an appointment, just like Chris just did with us here over the phone. Now, if you simply do the math, how many calls did this company get a day? I would probably say on average, 10 would be an average call volume that a business gets. So 10 calls, 60% of those calls, which means 6 out of 10, will not be answered. So out of those 6, let's just make this crazy. Let's just say half. You only close half the people. So that's 3 customers per day that actually call that you could potentially close at, let's just say, $200 per day. That's 3 customers times 200 at a minimum, could be more. So that's $600 per day that you're losing if you don't have somebody being able to answer the phone per day. So 600 times 5, that's $3,000 per week. Times 4, that's $12,000. Now, hopefully I've walked you through that, and I'm trying not to use unreasonable numbers, but these are very reasonable. If a plumber even comes out to your house, they're going to charge you $200 minimum just for travel fees, gas, maintenance on their vehicles. They're going to have a basic charge, and then they're going to at least charge you for 1 hour worth of service, which could be anywhere between $125 and $175 an hour, depending upon the plumber. So literally, you're putting something in place for $500 that can help save that customer. Again, you're not looking to generate leads. Keep this in mind. You're just saving them $12,000 per month. That is an absolute no-brainer. Any small business owner would love to give you $500 if it will save them $5,000, $10,000, or in this case, $12,000. So you see, this right here is just how easy it is. And I don't even really think of this service as selling service. I see it as helping small businesses stop losing money. And that's a great way to do it, because a lot of people, when you go talk to small businesses, they're always thinking that you have to sell them on something. Like you have to convince them that they need this. And they should already know, if I could answer the calls every single day so that you don't have to, and you can just continue to work, and I'm going to book the appointment for you. The voice receptionist is going to book appointments for you. Now you're going to be able to make more money, have less headaches, and not have customers ticked off that they tried to call you several times and then you were unable to answer the phone just because you were busy working. So as you see, this is an incredible business offer. And again, if you're looking to do this, there's a free 30-day trial with HighLevel. Again, there's a free course I'm offering that can help you understand a little bit more about this if you want to go into the tech stuff. But again, when you sign up, if you use a link below, not only do you get all of my templates, all the stuff, this stuff pre-configured, all those knowledge bases I showed you before, you'll get all of that, and you'll actually get access to me to be able to help you get everything set up. So again, I just want to present the opportunity to you. Thanks so much for hanging in with me, and I hope you take advantage of it. Have a great day.